Time for Katz Ranks here on March Madness with my top 10 new coaches this season. Let's start with number 1, Tommy Lloyd from Arizona. He's in the pole position for National Coach of the Year. That's how good Tommy's been at Arizona. Talent was there, but he added to it. They got a chance to be a top 2-line seed. That's phenomenal. Did lose to UCLA, but they could still win the Pac-12. So he's at number 1. Number 2, a bit of a surprise because I don't think people saw this in the preseason. Mark Adams from Texas Tech. They've already knocked off Kansas at home without their 2 leading scorers. And then they won at Baylor. They also gave Kansas quite a scare in Lawrence. This is a Texas Tech team that's going to be a problem in the NCAA tournament. Mark Adams doing a great job. At 3, Shaka Smart from Marquette. Perfect placement for Shaka Smart. He had great success at VCU. And at Texas, look, he won the Big 12 tournament last year. But being in a basketball school, that's the spot for Shaka Smart. And look, Marquette, they're going to be in the tournament. They're going to get a good seed. Beat Illinois, Providence, Seton Hall, won at Villanova. At 4, TJ Otzelberger from Iowa State. He's put together transfers, a little bit of everything. They had a great start in their non-conference. And now, picked last, and Iowa State is going to be solidly in the NCAA tournament. Great job. At 5, Mike Woodson from Indiana. Woodson came to Indiana and essentially has merged both eras. He's the first guy since Bob Knight to bring back the Knight people and embrace all the new Indiana fans. Getting Dane Fife on the staff, mainly recruiting Trace Jackson Davis to stay. Oh, and he beat Purdue, ending that 9-game slide, fans rushing the court. At 6, Chris Beard. He's going to do great things at Texas. I have no doubt. He's connected with the students. That student-only game was a great idea. It's been mimicked elsewhere. This particular team needs time because there's so many transfers. But I have no doubt that Chris Beard will lead Texas to a Final Four during his tenure. I really believe that. At 7, Ben Johnson from Minnesota. The hire shouldn't have been a surprise, but it was. Former Minnesota assistant, former Xavier assistant, played a couple of years at Minnesota, from Minnesota. Unbelievable non-conference. Won a tournament in Nashville, won at Mississippi State, won at Pitt, then won at Michigan. They've struggled. They're thin. They've had injuries, illnesses, but he's doing a great job. He's got to be in the top 10. At number 8, Drew Valentine from Loyola Chicago. Only 30 years old, takes over an experience program with all these players back. They expected to win, and they have. They're the team to beat in the Valley. They're going to be in the tournament, whether they win the Valley Conference tournament or not. At 9, the coach he replaced, Porter Moser at Oklahoma. Consistency is key at Oklahoma. Lon Kruger had it. I think Porter Moser can deliver on it. They'll be in the NCAA tournament. Not as consistent this season, but that's understandable. He's doing a great job. He's the right fit. At 10, Hubert Davis from North Carolina. Now, when they are good, they are really good. When they've been bad, they've been pretty bad. So they got to find that happy medium, and I think they will. But ultimately, he was the right guy for this job. He's an unbelievable human being, loves Carolina, loves Chapel Hill, and he's the kind of coach that's going to be there for a long time. Other new coaches that I think are putting their imprint on their program and will be just fine. Micah Shrewsberry from Penn State, taking on his identity. Kim English at George Mason, he was ready for this. Big win at Maryland early in the season. You know, Ryan Odom at Utah State was sort of, whoa, he's going all the way up to Utah from UMBC, but he's got this program very competitive in the Mountain West. Speedy Claxton from Hofstra, former player, they won at Arkansas, doing a great job now in the Colonial. And Wes Miller at Cincinnati. I love their toughness that he's brought to the Bearcat programs. Early win over Illinois. He'll be fine. You know, once again, another hire that didn't initially make sense, you would think, but I think he fits. So that's my top 10 new coaches so far this season.